Hi, good evening. Welcome to yet another stream on TXT Track Time. How is everyone doing? Yeah, so we're here, we are live, and we are getting ready for another exciting show as per usual. Now, typically, this live would take place on a Wednesday, but considering that the World Indoor Championships begins tomorrow, then I was like, okay, let me go ahead and do the live today instead, since this is what would be the main focus. The main focus would be the World Indoor Championships. Really wanted to get into, or really want to get into the start lists that are out now, and yeah, we can definitely discuss also the new rules that have me. Yeah, I guess sometimes you're probably a little bit too old school sometimes, and you're not willing to, I guess, advance your thoughts or progress. But I mean, personally, when I look at it, I'm like, I don't know. It's not really looking so cute, but we can get into it. We can get into it, right? So I don't want to make this show too long as well, because just a quick note, which I want you guys to tell me in the comment section. Please let me know who is here so that we can get the introductions out of the way. You know how I do it typically. Sound off in the comment section. Let me know who's here with me. But yeah, I don't want to make this show too long, and I'm keeping to that this time around. The reason why is because the World Indoor Championships starts tomorrow, as I said, but the time they're in UK, right? So you don't know, say that's some early morning hours. And when I checked the actual schedule, my time, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. That's when the meet starts. So which means I have to be up before that, getting ready for the races. And I need to actually ask you all, what would you prefer, if you'll be on with me so early in the morning, or should I just stream in the afternoon when the afternoon session begins? So I have all of that toggling with my brain, but I still have to be awake to be watching the actual meeting, from in the morning. So let me know as well, in the comment section, what would you prefer? Would you want me to do a live from 5 o'clock in the morning, or would you just want an afternoon session live? That's important to clearly me going forward with this World Indoor Championships. But yeah, before we get into anything too tough, hey Don Dino, what's good? Yes, I haven't seen you in so long. What's going on? What's popping? How have you been? Hey Jev. Greetings from BA. What is BA? What is BA? Bahamas? I don't know what is BA. Can't linger tonight. I have a class to teach in 15 minutes. Jev, I'm lost at this point when it comes to BA. Winston, hey, what's up? Hey Martin, what's good? Hey Clive. Yeah, I don't know. Is that a state? But Jeff, aren't you're not in the United States? Last time I checked, are you in the United States? I hope I'm not mixing you up for somebody. Now you tell me last year, so you have to go to work on the American name when Jamaica lose. So you're in the USA. Which state is BA? I don't know. No state is what is BA. I don't know. I'm lost. Let me know, Jeff. Hey Keisha, what's up? Yes, guys, please remember to hit like, also share if you care. Yeah, so don't forget to always be hitting like. Hey Andy, what's up? Hey Angela. Hey Iman. What's this? Emma? Hey Emma, what's up? All right. So track is, again, I don't want to make this show too long, and I'm sticking to that this time around. The big question I have that I want you guys to answer for me is, the World Indoors start tomorrow, and clearly I'll be doing watch alongs with y'all, right? So I want to know if y'all will be up at 5 a.m. in the morning to watch along, or should I just, do an afternoon show, which is like maybe around 2 o'clock ish when the afternoon show begins. Let me know your thoughts in the comments so that yeah, I can know what to do tomorrow morning. Um, I'm well, T. Just getting excited for the new track season. Okay, all right. The track season start a long time. You know, so much work I have brought Dundee. Look here, you should have been here a long time, long time. Um, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You know what? It's been, let's just say it's been a 2024 that started off not so good. You know what I mean? Lots of things have been going wrong. But you know what? We're here. You know what? We're here. We're alive, and that's definitely a good thing. And once you're alive, then everything else can be fixed. You know what I mean? Um, what I wanted to say from last video is they were listening to you, World Athletics. I mean, with the make the athletes run. Me tell you, say you have goat mouth. What you mean? I don't understand. World Athletic. What was their new rule that I said, and all of a sudden now it's a goat mouth? I don't remember what I said last time. Honestly. Okay, Argentina. Okay, but yeah, okay. I get because I knew you weren't in the US. I just want to make sure I wasn't getting myself crossed up here. Um, please do a live stream in the morning. All right, Keisha, that's one person down. Come, check is tell me who else is gonna be here with me because okay, that 5 o'clock thing then a normal. That 5 o'clock thing is not normal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So have to get a few more people in here that want to really be part of the watch along in the morning for me to drag myself out of my bed from 4 o'clock to get ready for a live stream. Oh my lord. Okay. In the morning, in the afternoon, you'll be at work. That's when the meets are on, Angela. There's not much I can do about it. So from the morning session, which I'll be sharing with you soon because I'm gonna be going through the start list. My time it starts at 5:05 a.m. You understand what I'm saying? So and it goes up to around I think maybe after 8 a.m. and then it starts again for the afternoon session after 2 o'clock. So it's going to be, one of those championships like last year with Budapest. Actually, it mirrors that in terms of, the times, right? I don't remember what I did last year, for Budapest. If I went live only in the evenings, I swear I remember going live in some mornings as well. But I don't recall doing the crazy early morning lives, but I remember doing some lives in the morning. So I don't even know. Right? But anyway, um, all right, so you guys will be joining. Okay, so fine. I guess I'll have to be doing a live stream in the morning. Again, I'll be on very, very early, right? And then we go back to around, a little after 8 and then come back for the evening session again. So with that said, I won't be getting any sleep, so I won't be staying on this live too long with y'all. I have to go to bed, get my beauty rest. You all know when I wake up, my face is puffy. So I require my sleep. Okay. All right. So let's get into the start list because I'm really excited about to this is championship beginning and seeing what amazingness will come out of it. And then after I get into the start list, then we can probably talk about the new rules. About, or should I start talking about the new rules? Yeah, let's talk about the new rules. The first rule, and I would love to hear y'all sound off in the comment section. The first one I touched on this week, I talked about the new long jump rule, where it's currently in testing and it will be tested at some low key meets. But the thought process is to remove the board and have a takeoff zone, um, in which these athletes, just run into the zone, take off in the zone. As long as you're in the zone, pretty much like how you hand over a baton, you're in the zone. Once you take off in the zone, then the jump will be measured from your takeoff leg and then to wherever you land in the pit clearly, right? So I mean, yeah, well, I told you how I feel about it already, but anyway, it sounds like nonsense to me. um to me, what it sounds like World Athletics is doing when they talk about progression of the sport and appealing to the younger generation is literally dumbing down the sport. You know what I mean? It's literally making stuff easier to appeal to. I'm not gonna lie, this generation just seems to be becoming dumber and dumber as far as I'm concerned, or they complain about everything under the sun. Everything is a problem. Oh, I can't be bothered with this. Oh, I can't be bothered with that. Okay. And then the adults around them are like, all right, let's make life easier for you, right? Let's do everything for you. Yeah. So nobody wants to struggle anymore. Nobody wants to fight anymore to be great. Everybody who just wants greatness to be handed to them on a silver platter. When I was growing up, you had to work for everything and you were proud of your hard work. You know what I mean? You didn't complain about the struggles that you went through in life. No, everybody's talking about, and I'm talking about the young generation. Oh my God, my childhood trauma. What childhood trauma are you talking about? You haven't gone through anything to be talking about childhood trauma. Be quiet and sit down someplace and just learn to live. You know what I mean? A lot of people go through a lot of things, but that builds them into the person that they are. That's the character. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just think they're dumbing down the sport. And it is what it is, as far as I'm concerned. According to Seb Cole, he said, it's something that they have to do. They're not going to let the sport remain, stagnant, because some of us, older heads don't really want to, change from the old ways, right? They have to progress the sport. They have to involve the younger generation. But it just sounds to me like more dumbing down the sport. You know what I mean? Is that how we're going to appeal to the younger generation, by making everything easier? What does that mean for the people that came before, that had to put in all that hard work to make it and be great at it, doing it that way? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not liking any of these new, so-called rules that will progress the sport. But it is what it is. Let me hear what you all are saying. um Sir Mike, hey, yes, I'm ready for the World Championships for sure. First prediction: Christian Coleman win the 60 meters in a world record time, 6.30 over Noah Lyles. I think I said in my preview video that um when it comes to Noah Lyles, I believe there's a cap on how much he will be able to run down. Know what I mean? So if an athlete, in this case Christian Coleman, is able to run, sorry, 6'3", I don't believe that he's Noah Lyles will be able to run down that athlete and win. So if he runs that fast, then yeah, he's, for me personally, he'll be taking the race. So let's see. I mean, with the semi races, when Shakiri got in, because of her time at Worlds, with the times we spoke about it. He remember, and Keisha was talking about, oh well, honestly, that conversations, went out the door in my brain. For sure. But this is what I'm going to say about that particular rule. I see a lot of people saying that, hey, nothing is really wrong with the rule. But let's look at last year for a perfect example. They had three semifinals, like they normally have three semifinals, right? And it just so happened that three of the fastest women of the season 2023 ended up in one semifinal. Three of the fastest women. As a matter of fact, the three fastest women, not three of the fastest, because before that, Shelly never jump in a 10-7 yet. You know what I mean? So the three fastest women were in one semifinal. What does that say? What does that say for this supposed new rule that they're going to be taking, once there's a 9-lane track, that is, they will be taking only top three, and there will be no fastest loser? When you start to throw in the likes of, maybe Elaine Thompson Hero coming back to her best, then, the fastest athletes, it starts to increase. So you're going to find the semifinals where maybe not only three, maybe four people in that semifinals, depending on how they ran in their heat race, will be in the same race. What you they gonna do? What you they gonna do when four of the best athletes in the world are in the same race and you can only take three? That does, to me, does not make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at the end of the day. So I don't know. I mean, when it actually happens, I guess, is when they're going to realize it's not something plausible. I don't want it to happen, because at the end of the day, it means somebody's going to get left out. And I don't want to see an 11-second athlete in the finals and a 10-7 athlete not in the finals. To me, that doesn't make no sense. But you know what I mean? Uh, well, I don't think the long takeoff zone is a good change. It, to me, just dumbs down the sport. I don't know. It's making things easier to appeal to the the younger generation. But the younger generation, in my opinion, just want things easy, things easier. Everything else is now a problem. Oh, I can't be bothered with this. I can't be bothered with that. All right, let's make it easier for you. Is that a resolution? I don't think so. Um, at least I'll be able to watch on the weekends. Okay. Well, yeah, because Saturday and Sunday is right around the corner as well. Um Megan, no tea. All right, later, Jev. Always catch the playback when you can, and of course, I'll see you in the morning. Um Evolution requires adaptation. I agree. However, what are we adapting to, Shepherd? What are we adapting to exactly? So we're adapting to these new times, and these new times denote things be easier in life. where people shouldn't be struggling and fighting, to be the best at what they're doing by following these stringent rules. Everything should just be laid out for you and you just walk in and win. I'm not following, what exactly we're adapting to, because this adaptation to me sounds like you're just making it easy. Hey, Drew Fortis, what's up? I mean, Drew Ross. Oh, yeah, Drew Fortis is on it too. Brianna is going to shock with a bronze medal in the 60. I'm here for it. Listen, I'm here for it. Um, I don't like this new rule. It sucks. Which one of them? There are three of them. So I mentioned the long jump one, right? Then there's also the rule about the taking nine in. And what was the other one? There's another one. Oh, the World Championships being the last event of the year. That's another one. I don't know. Typically, all right, trackies. World Athletics says, of course, they're using data that they've been gathering over the years to come up with these new solutions. But I mean, I don't know. Generally, typically, watching track and field, we've always seen where the faster times literally come at the championship or after, meaning, say for instance, an athlete goes and runs 10-6. Let's use Elaine Thompson here. 10-6 at the 10-6-1 at the Olympic Games. There's a hunger, in my opinion, from a track perspective. When you see an athlete run 10-6, you're like, oh my God, I want to see more. Especially when you start to say, when you don't have so many races on your legs. Case in point, this is an Olympic Games. You have your 3 rounds, right? What will you be able to run in a one-off race? Then what happens? Elaine Thompson Hero goes to Eugene a few weeks later and dismantles the field running 10.54. So there's a kind of hunger after seeing phenomenal performances at a championship to see what else you'll be able to do while you're holding that peak for the rest of the few races left for the championship. I don't know personally from a track and field connoisseur perspective if I'm watching track and the World Championship is the last event and this is how I felt at Budapest. What's it name? Doha. Somebody mentioned Doha in the comment section. This is how I felt after Doha. When Doha did done, me did I look for run for 2 more races for see some more amazingness. You know what I mean? But that was it. It was done and dusted and the year was done. So for me, an athlete typically builds into their season and goes from point A to point B. So during the year, you're getting less than the best performances, then you would say. And then at the championship, you're literally getting the one best performance, and that is it, and the season done. No more of it. We're not going to see any more. Just that is the best one performance and the season done. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of anything. I'm not a fan of any of these rules. Um, yes, because they want to push them to see who has true endurance and can run out the run and still clock a fast time. Um, Again, I saw it last year. Last year they tried it. Well, not tried it. Last year they did it with the longer distance athletes, and I'm sure. I don't have the data on it right now, but I'm sure because again I listened to all of the events. I'm sure listening, I heard a few athletes were run out because these races are also tactical, and part of sprinting is tactics to not burn yourself out in a heat on a semifinal when you don't need to. So again, it's not making any sense. If I don't need to go so fast, why am I gonna go so fast? But then I don't know. It's not making any sense again to me. Hey, Torky, what's up? Um, Exactly. They made the athletes exert more energy that they don't have to exert that much energy because racing, anything that you do, whether it's the jumps, the throws, it's all tactical, right? So when you look at let's use the jumpers for instance, the high jumpers, they get to pass a jump. That's all tactical. If they're jumping from, let's use the men, 2 meters and 20 2.20 meters, right? And you realize, okay, I have my first few jumps in. Maybe I get to 224, and I'm good. I can pass all the way, maybe up to 227. When they get to 227, I can jump back in, or maybe 230, 30. I can jump back in. You know what I mean? So that's all tactics, and that's all to preserve energy and strength to make sure that when you get to those further distances, or when it's required, you have the energy to go over the bar. So what's the difference when it comes to the sprints and the athletes in the heat running just enough, right, to conserve their energy to make it to the next round? No, you're gonna tell me, oh, let's have a burn up in the heat. Let's have a burn up in the semifinal. That doesn't make any sense. Well, the semifinals are typically, fast, typically. So, but it's just not giving what I think they're expecting it to give. For me personally, um, I'm not into the new jump rules. It takes away from the accuracy dynamic. It takes away from everything about the sport. It's just making the sport seem, track and field is a technical event. We take out the technicalities out of it, and what are we left with? I don't know. I don't know. All right, let me say something else that I realize. In progressing sport as well, I've noticed that a lot of these big corporations are willing to get rid of some sports and highlight others because they're popular, right? So, yeah, let's use the Olympics for instance. Every year, or I guess every 4 years, maybe, whenever they're getting up to the Olympics, they vote on which sports will be a part of the Olympics and which sports will not be a part of the Olympics, right? And it always interests me sometimes when I see some of the sports that are removed and some of the sports that are added. Now, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against any sport, but when I look at a sport like rock climbing, I'm like, rock climbing, and then you remove something else that is, a much, well, as far as I'm concerned, a much better sport, and we're including rock climbing, just because that's a trend. So rock climbing is now trendy, right? So no, okay, it's cool to have rock climbing in the Olympics, but I'm like, I have an Olympic gold medal in rock climbing. I'm sorry, it doesn't give the same as, any other, major sport, in my opinion, right? So I don't know, like, to just imagine you being a sprinter and, having to beat some of the best athletes ever. The training that you have to go through to get to that level and be able to execute on the stage and run so fast and be like, oh my gosh, I have my Olympic gold medal in sprinting, and somebody next to you is like, oh, I got mine in rock climbing. I'm not knocking rock climbing or anything, but I'm like, it's not making any sense. It's not making any sense to me. So all of these, things to progress the sport, to me, is just to appeal to the younger generation to what's trendy, and it won't last, because every time there's a new trend, they're gonna hop onto the new trend, and then what? What's gonna be left of the sport after that? Doesn't make no sense to me. So will the world record be zero since it's a new zone change? No, they're measuring from where your takeoff foot is. So forget the board. Remember, you typically have to hit the board and then jump into the sand. So they measure from where you landed on the board to in the sand. So let's say your takeoff was way before the board, but still in the zone. It goes from wherever that was to wherever you landed in the sand. So even if it's just at the beginning of the sand pit, it would still measure to be at a normal jump, if you get what I'm saying. But for me, it removes the difficulty in the event, for sure. If you can just take off anywhere, it removes the difficulty. And what are they going to do? Because as far as I'm concerned, isn't the takeoff board incremental to the actual jump itself, to propelling you into the pit? So are they going to make that whole takeoff zone a board? I don't know. It's not making sense. Um, and they need to improve their schedule because it was horrible in 2022 and 2023, mainly for the females. Scheduling is an issue, right? I'm not sure. I think they're just testing a lot of stuff right now, stuff that are, in my opinion, not really working out. And hopefully they see that it's not really working out. But let's see. I saw last year where the women had little to no time to get back for that women's 100-meter finals. But because I don't have the data on it, I can't really say, what's the reasoning behind it, because maybe, it's okay for a man to wait longer versus a woman. Maybe the women need to get back as, faster and run. You know what I mean? So maybe there's that side to it. But then someone highlighted to me at the time that Sheldon Fraser Purse was complaining about the time. So clearly the women don't like it. So I don't really know why, again, the time is reduced so drastically in comparison to the men when the finals goes off. So again, I'm not sure what's going on with these people. And you see Michael Johnson starting a new athletic league, which I guess is due to the changes. Right. So all of these people now are coming in with these new leagues and this. So who is going to go? If my contract is performance based on how I perform at a championship, me now go every meet go kill off myself before the championship. Me go after. I'll visit 1 and 2 during the season, yeah, to make sure I'm in shape, make sure my training is going how it's supposed to go, get those competitive races in, gauge up my competition, also obviously how them I run to. But I won't be going with all of them and killing off myself, because again, the priority is the championship. When the championship done now, me get what me supposed to get, me medal, my contract secure, me get me bonus them, then me can go at them extra little meet. Have you guys ever wondered why Usain Bolt never ran as much? Because the money wasn't in the running. So if the money not in the running and the money in the all of the extra bonus them what you get, you know what I mean? Why me I go run? And remember, the championship is what secures that contract, or those contracts, depending on what endorsement deals you have. So if I have, all of these endorsement deals and it's, geared towards a championship and my performance there, you think me I go kill off myself mid-season, early season, and I run all about the place at these how much ever different meets, and I'm not and when it comes to it and World Championship, Olympics reach round, nothing left in my tank, or my best performance is already gone and I probably don't medal, while somebody else that was smarter and more tactical turned up at the championship in their best form and won a race. No, it's not giving. I'm telling you, it's not giving what they wanted to give, but it is what it is. Athletes will start their season later in the season. Remember, Errol, they're planning to have these new meets happening, along with the Diamond League. There are going to be more competitions happening. So I don't know what you mean starting it later. That's not the plan. As it relates to World Athletics, that's not the plan. I'm still not over the young man. Oh, sorry. I keep pressing it. I'm still not over the young man in SEC not getting that 400-meter world record. Shake my head. Track is, this is not a World Athletics problem. And again, I, interestingly listened to an interview on Sportsmax where they interviewed, I don't remember, Kareem Street Thompson. I think that's who they interviewed. And he was just complaining about how World Athletics has these rules that they're trying to make themselves the body that's above everybody else. Like, what exactly are they then, if not the body above everybody else that is supposed to regulate the sport? That's what they're there for, to regulate the sport. You have to follow what World Athletics says. These rules ain't new, right? So anyway, he was complaining, back and forth, and what's his name had to be like, but hold up, what are you really talking about? Because if you can't see sometimes when an athlete false starts, so you don't know those hundreds slash thousands of a second that they got extra on a race, because everything you can't necessarily pick up with the eye. So it's a requirement for these block starts to be part of any meet. As far as I'm concerned, Jamaica always does it. America doesn't want to do it for whatever reason. They barely use blocks. Let's look at the pen relays. The only people who use blocks at pen relays until they get to a finals is the Jamaicans. Go back and watch pen relays and watch all of those heats and tell me if you see one block. You don't see any blocks. Where you see blocks is when the Jamaicans are lining up and they get into the blocks. There's no blocks. And if there are no blocks, clearly there's no wiring system there for the blocks either. And God knows if when these blocks are, added in the finals, if they're even wired in the first place. God knows if that's a part of it. Who knows? Maybe they don't even bother, right? So This whole thing is an American problem. It's an American problem. They don't want to get with the program for whatever reason. Christian Coleman back in 2019, when did he break the world record? 2019, I want to say, broke the world record at a low key collegiate meet, and it was not recognized because of the same problem. It was not ratified as a world record. The next time around he went to a meet, he made sure that they had all of that. Everything was hooked up so that he could make sure his world record was ratified. And not only that, Christian Coleman said I think he drove half an hour to go and meet the tester to make sure that they tested him to make sure he got his world record. These are things that Americans are ignoring. They are ignoring it and making it bad for other athletes. As I think Coaches Dex pointed out, SEC is the biggest meets in terms of competitions for collegiate athletes. Not having certain things in place to me is wild. It's the wildest thing. When Jamaica have little champs round the corner, are not even champs. What are the other little meets that we have going on here? Them not have a black them wire up. So I can't understand. It is not making any sense. Hey Debbie, what's up? I agree. I don't see how these changes help. I don't see how they help either. Shelley could have gotten a 10-6 after 2019 World Champs. Exactly. When you look at some of these performances at the championships, your mouth starts to water for more because there's anticipation. You know they're in the best of their shape right now. So just imagine an athlete in the best shape of their life and all them get a one day race with it. One day race and the season done. I don't know. It's not really making any sense to me, right? That's why people are not interested in watching or going to trap meets anymore. Why? Oh, the record. Rock climbing. I agree. Young athletes want things easier. All these people want things easier. They don't want easy life. I can't with this younger generation. I'm old school. I keep telling you all the time. I'm old school. Best believe. Um, Poor, yeah. Unfortunately, the rock climbers picked up a stray, but y'all get the point. I'm convinced they're trying to sabotage track and field. I don't know what they're doing to track and field, but yeah, those are my views on it. I just don't think how they're plus. I just don't see how they're gonna work out. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, guys. Please remember to hit the like button. Um, let's get into the start list because that's what I really want to talk about. So let's get into that. Let me share my screen. I haven't looked at them, so this is literally a blind reaction. Present, share my screen. This is a blind reaction, so I don't know who is in what heat. But what I can tell you is that the men's 60-meter finals comes up tomorrow, right? So I'm excited for that, 100%. All right, so let me just move this a bit so I can see. So right, kicking things off, as you can see, 5:05 in the morning is a 60-meter hurdles, but that's the pentathlon. So we move at 5:20 the women's 400-meter heats. This comes up. World record holder Femke Ball is here. Lika Claver is here. You know, Alexis Holmes is here, plus our very own Jamaicans, Cherokee Young and Stacey and Williams. So that's who will be in the lineup. So let's get into these first. Let me see how many heats. There are 4 heats. Okay. That means it looks like a Jamaican I run against somebody fastest in the world. I walk on so. First and foremost, I don't even see no names jumping out at me. But anyway, let's go. In Heat 1, we have Shalisa Ray, and she's from Cayman. Then we have from Spain, Eva. I'm not going to try that last name right now. She has run 52.667. That's a personal best and season's best. Then we have Teresa. She's from Czech Republic. She has run a 51.88 so far. And then we have Katia Azevedo. She's won 52.43 so far. Lavia Nelson from Great Britain has run 51.11. Oh, that's a good run from Lavia. Oh, I didn't see this. And then we have Andrea Milkloss from who is this? ROU. I don't know where this is. She's run the same 51.11 as well. Okay. This is the thing when it comes to indoors. Indoors, there's a lot of European athletes that are running really well that we'd never hear about, after this, especially when you go outdoors. But it is what it is. So I'm looking at Lavia Nilsson for sure in this one. And I'm also eyeing that Great Britain team in the 4x4. Know that I see that one athlete so far looks good, right, for Great Britain. So yeah, let's move on to heat number two. Let's move on to heat number two. So okay, here we have Stacy. Good. So Stacy comes up in this one, but to join her, she has from Latvia Gunta, oh, 53.64 seconds so far this season. Yannick Hayes Smith from Turks and Caicos. She hasn't run so far this season, but she has a best of 52.72. Stacy has ran so far, and she's run a 51.86. Then we have Susan Gul Wally from Austria. Is this Austria? No, I don't think it's Austria. But anyway, 52.60 seconds so far this season. Then we have from Czech Republic, Lada. She's run a 51.41. And Liga Clave. I told you they would pair the Jamaicans against some of the fastest in the world. What did I say? 50.10. In this race alone, first two qualify and then the four fastest time to the semifinal. Right off the bat, Stacy is in hot water because in this race, 50.10 Lieke Claver, the second fastest so far in the world, is clearly way ahead of the pack, right? Then we have Lada from Czech Republic is also here. And then we have Stacy. So Stacy has to really be going all out from the get-go to see if she is able to even make it to the semifinal. This is wild. This is gonna be wild, right? So that's how that semifinals racks up for Stacy. So let's see if she's able to navigate it. I hope she'll be able to navigate it. And that's just to get to the semifinal, as I said. So that's wild. Um, in this one we have Talitha Diggs. I see her. Anyway, let's start from the top. We have Tabata from Brazil. She's run 56. Okay, so she's not in this conversation. Then from the Philippines, we have Lauren Hoffman. She's run a 53.71. Then we have Charlene Maudsley from Ireland. She's run 51.97. And then in from France, we have Amandine. She's run 51.67. Then we have Talitha Diggs, 51.23. And then we have, this probably is one of the toughest ones too. But anyway, Henriette Jager from Norway, she has run 51.05. This is also going to be a really good race because separate and apart from Henriette Zager from Norway, that's clearly ahead of the field at almost sub 50. We have, Talitha Diggs, Amandine from France, and also Charlene, in that mid to high 51 seconds. So it's going to be interesting to see who makes it out of the semifinal as well. Again, I wouldn't put it past the Europeans making it through. I won't lie. The Europeans tend to do well indoors, especially over that 400 meters. That's for sure. Then now we're moving on over to the last heat with the last Jamaican, but clearly another super fast race. I clearly see Femke Ball there, but let's go up to the top. We have from Italy, Ayomindi. Uh, Ayomindi. 52.95 seconds so far. Then we have from, what's this, Portugal, Grace Claxton, 54.31. And then we have from Brazil, Tiffany Marino, and she's at 53.47. All right, this can be one that can be navigated, hopefully. All right, so Cherokee has a possibility of making it through. No, she can't. What did they say? Top two. Oh no, they're taking two. So in my opinion, Alexis Holmes walks away with one of the spots as an automatic qualifier, 50.34 so far this season, as the third fastest in the world, I believe. And of course, the world record holder so far this season, breaking her own record. That's Femke Ball, 49.24 this season. So they, for me, take up the two automatic spots. Now, when you look at the non-automatic spots, it's only four. It's only four gonna make it. Let's see. I believe we're gonna get a couple out of heat two, out of semi two, right? Let's see. So if I should take Talitha and Henriette as the two, then we have to look at Charlene and Amandine as well in this semifinal two as possible athletes that will make it through. So that's two out of the four slots done gone. Let's go back to heat. Oh god, oh gosh. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. All right, Stacy can take up a spot. So that's three. Good. All right. And this athlete from Czech Republic, Therese, probably takes up another spot. So based on how things are looking, Cherokee probably doesn't even make it through to the finals. Cherokee probably doesn't make it through to the finals based on how these heat races are structured. It's unfortunate. Only two make it in automatically, and then they'll take the four fastest non-automatic times. That's pretty much how it's looking heading into this particular world indoor 400 meters semifinals. Cherokee may not make it in. Based on her season's best, she may not make it in. If she's able to go faster, she can, but if she's not able to dip into that possibly low 41 or mid 41, I'm not 41, 51, mid 51s, then she probably won't make it in. She has to run 51 mid, at least I'm thinking, to make it in. These European girls be flying. I can say that much. They be flying. Right? It's gonna be a tough qualification for Cherokee, that's for sure. But let's see how it goes. So that's the 400 meter for the women. Let's take a look at the 400 meters. You know, we have one athlete here, Rasheen McDonald. So let's see. Bam bam bam. Okay, so straight off the bat, we see Ja'Cory Patterson from the United States. He's run a 45.48 so far this season, so he makes it through the same two on the next four fastest times. Make it in. Carson Warholm, though he hasn't run so far this season, he's expected based on caliber to make it in as well, right? So those are the two athletes I'm looking for automatic spots so far in this race. Then I'm gonna go to heat two. Then we have heat two. Okay, we have who's this? From the Czech Republic, Matej Krisek. He's run a 45.86 so far this season, so he probably makes it in, of course. And then the next best athlete will be from is this Albania? He's run a 46.89 seconds so far. So Rashid McDonald is gonna have to hope that he runs one of the faster times non-automatically to make it in if we're going based on these times that have been run so far this season. I believe he can run a 46 low right now, right? So if he runs a 46 low, he can probably make it in as an automatic qualifier. So let's see. Let's see how it goes for Rasheen. But this seat is not so bad in terms of qualification, so he might be able to navigate it and get through to the finals or the semifinals, that is. So let's see. Um all right, so Jerry Richardson hasn't run so far this season, but he's also a really good athlete in the 400 meters. So is he defending champion as well? I think he's probably defending champion as well. So let's see what he does here. Also with him, quite a few athletes that have run 46 in this race. So Czech Republic, Michael Densky, also from Nigeria, Dubin, what's his Nachukwa? These names are killing me. They're butchering me. And then we have Attila from Hungary with a 46.422 as well this season. So this is going to be a really good race. But I think Jareem Richardson takes it, and then one other of the athletes that I've mentioned right now. So that's it for that race. And then we are going to jump over to Heat 4. Let's see who is here. Um, Pavel Mazlak isn't taking part this year. I swear, Pavel Mazlak is like the 400-meter indoor athlete that comes out every year, but I haven't seen him. Did I skip over his name or something? Anyway, um, in this race, we see Alexander Doom from Belgium. He's here, 45.89. And then we have also from the United States, oh, Brian Faust, 45.47. So it's going to be a really good race for these two athletes. I do have them making it through. I don't really see anybody that could potentially stop them from making it in based on these times so far. So let's see how it goes. But I mean, based on what I'm seeing so far, it's going to be tough for Rasheen to even make it to the finals. But let's see. Let us see how that goes. But I do have him making it to the semifinals based on the heat setup where I'm seeing so far. But anyway, let's keep it pushing. Get back to this timetable. That's the pentathlon. Okay, so the shot put final for the women begins. And here we have Danielle Thomas Dodd. She is here representing Team Jamaica. There she's at the bottom of the list with her 18.75 so far this season. If Daniel wants the medal, this is a final, right? So if Daniel wants the medal, then Daniel will have to make sure that she um throws in and around her personal best. If she wants the medal, she has to throw in and around her personal best. That's for sure. Let's check some of these comments. Does anyone know what Stacy and Cherokee season's best is? Yeah, I think I read it on the screen. I think Stacy is 51.8, and Cherokee is at 52 something. Yeah. Um, really sad, but Jamaica not getting any medals. Ah, boy, Cheryl, how optimistic of you. Ball wins easy. Yeah, this 400 meters is definitely Femke Ball's race for sure. Um, it will be Ball, Holmes, then Diggs. So are you taking out Like Clave? She's the second fastest so far. I don't think so. I don't think you should count her out at all. Um, Hopefully they'll go faster. Yeah, I'm hoping that they'll go faster. But just like how we're hoping that the Jamaicans will go faster, there's potential for the athletes that were mentioned to also go faster. So and their seasons best are a good indication of the shape that they're in. So we shouldn't be hoping for a Jamaican to go faster and not expect the others to go faster as well. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's see. Um just one athlete for the men's 400. Yes, only Rasheen McDonald. Hey, Martin, welcome to the first live. You should have been getting into track. It's been hot and heavy. But yeah, welcome, welcome, welcome. That 400-meter looks soft, not exciting to watch. The men, it's indoors. Those are great times for indoors. Is Shelly and Fraser Price and Sherika Jackson in the finals? Martin, they are not taking part in this World Indoor Championships, and they have opened their season as well. So yeah. All right, so that was it for the women's first live of the year T. Oh, I think I read that wrong. No, it's not my first live. It's not my first live. It's I've been doing a few lives. Yeah. All right, so moving on to the 800-meter women's heat. So we have Natalia Gould here. Though she hasn't run an 800-meter so far this season completely, she did enter one, but she stopped midway. And the plan was to run, I believe, 600 meters in that race. So we haven't really seen her. So I don't know what the shape she's in, right? But her personal best is 158. Based on the field, I believe she will be able to navigate straight to the finals. To medal though, she has to run a personal best in my opinion to medal, or in and around her personal best to medal in this 800 meters. But anyway, let's go. Let's look at her heat. In her heat, she has from Ethiopia Alemu, and she's one of the ones this season that she has already run a personal best indoors. She's one of the ones that are looking forward to getting a medal as well, right? So if Natalia wants to hang with the girl, she has to be up there, you know. She has to be running at 158, 157s, and it's a championship final. So these girls may even run 156 indoors. And if these athletes are running 156 indoors, I don't even want to see what they're gonna do outdoors. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's keep going. Um, in this one we have um Bissett from Australia. One, she's already gone. No, she hasn't. But she would be the class athlete in this field with her personal best of 1:59.46. Let me see who else is here. I can't underestimate any Kenyan, even though her time is 2:02.79. Can't underestimate any Kenyan, right? So let's see how this semifinal goes. But as it stands right now, that's it for those women. Then we go to heat three. They take the first two and then two non-automatic qualifiers. In this one, we have Jamariki is here from Great Britain, so she definitely takes a slot in the finals. That's for sure. That is for sure. So far I'm seeing two solid athletes, Jamariki and Alimu, right, in terms of medal athletes that I'm looking at for medal contention. That Natalia Gould will have to factor into her thoughts when she's going for a medal as well. Um, then we have Yarigo from Benin, and then also from Ethiopia, Duguma, and she's run 1:49.66 this season. So yeah, a lot of athletes that have dipped below 2 minutes this season. A lot of them have dipped below 2 minutes this season. So Natalia has to come out ready. And of course, Nakia is here. 1:59.15 so far this season. She definitely makes it in to the finals for sure. I mean, this is gonna go to semi, then oh no, this is going straight to final. Okay, this is going straight to final. Interesting. So there's no semifinal. All right, so that's Nakai right there. That takes one slot. I mean medal contenders I'm looking at. Oh, there's Ali Wilson from America. She's here. Didn't really see her name a while ago, but she's a contender as well. Let's see. So Jamariki, that's another solid medal contender. And I think Alemo, is that the only other one? Oh, Bissett is one, right? Bissett is one, a medal contender, and Alemo, right? So that's who Natoya Gould will have to navigate around to get a medal. Those are the athletes, in my opinion. She makes it to the finals, hands down. As long as she's in good nick, she makes it to the finals, and then she'll just have to tug it out with these athletes to get a medal, right? No Mary Mora in the 800 meters. Jamaica should medal in the women's 800 meters. Should. Okay, let's see. Let us see. There are quite a few good athletes that are in the lineup. All right, the men's 800 meters, child. We don't have nobody. I ain't got no time to look at this. Let's go to the men's 60-meter finals. This is going to be interesting. Men's 60-meter finals. So, this is a lot of, well, all the best athletes so far this season are here. A few of the collegiates are not here clearly because that's their focus, but I mean, the three fastest so far are here. A few other 6'4" athletes in the highs are not here, but you know what I mean. Noah is here, Akeem is here, Christian Coleman is here. So yeah, in heat one, right off the bat, we see Noah Lyles. He takes this race. Jeff Arias, and then we have Alexander, what is this? Ashkovich. Then we have Marcus Fuch. These names are killing me. And even some of them have not competed indoors ever. So how did they even make it to this championship? Child, I don't know what's happening here. How come they don't have no 60-meter marks? Or his word ethics is just accepting anybody just to make numbers. I swear. That's what this is looking like. Let's just accept anybody to make up the numbers. Anyway, Noah takes it. The first three qualify, and then the three fastest times, non automatic times, make it to the semifinal. So that's what we're seeing here. Then we're gonna go to heat two, who is here. Okay, so we have Malachi Mori from Canada is here. So he makes it through, I believe, as the top athlete. This dude is running 7.04. He's running as fast as the woman. You can't make this up. I think what athletes are just making up numbers because some of these people don't even have 60-meter marks. It's It just goes to show you how people are probably just not interested in world indoors. This is wild. Let's go to the next heat. Again, more athletes with no times registered. How do you even have a time, a world ranking when you don't even have a time? This doesn't make sense, yo. Anyway, moving on. Emmanuel Matadi is here, so I'm expecting a good run from him. He takes this one. Uh, okay. I guess you can look out for Chituru Ali from Italy as well. And Emmanuel Matadi is from Liberia. Let's keep going. Um, then we have okay. Here's Ferdinand Omeniala. He's here, 6.51 so far. So tied as one of the fastest in the world, along with the American Fernand Omaniala at 6.51 seconds. So they will rank fourth behind Noah, Christian, and Akeem in terms of time so far. So definitely look out for them. Then we have Japan Shuhi Tada. Y'all know about these Asians and their fast twitch. You know, when it comes to the 60 meters, they be flying in the 60 meters, right? So I'm excited to see what they'll be able to do. But I expect Shuhi will probably even beat Ferdinand in this race. Loki, Shuhi probably beats Ferdinand in this race because that's just how good he will run in that 60 meters. Um let's see who is in this race. Names Emmanuel S Boom. No, this is Esse. Anyway, Emmanuel SM from Cameroon. 6.55 so far. I'm expecting him to make it in. And really anybody else that's in the 6.5 range. These times are really pathetically slow. Wow. Some of them are slow. Some of them have no time. Again, making up numbers. What country is this? What is GUM? Look up GUM. Which abbreviation for which country is GUM? Because I don't know. Gumball. I skipped Brendan Rodney. Hold on, let me go back. Oh my gosh. Where was he? Oh. No, he's not beating Shuhi and he's not beating Ferdinand. He can make it in. Oh no, there's three. Okay. They take three. So yeah, he's next up. So he makes it in. He makes it in for sure. What Guam? Okay, so GUM is Guam. He makes it in because they're taking three. Um, yeah, the ladies could beat some of these guys. Some of these times 7-1-2. Where did World Athletics even find these athletes? I swear they're making up numbers. They are making up numbers. I kid you not. Okay, here's the race with Christian Coleman. Mario Burke is also here. Who else is here? Akihiro Hagashida is here. Record Brathwaite is here. So three make it in for me personally. Christian Coleman is definitely in. Mario Burke is definitely in. Um, what's his name? Akihiro Hagashida. I can give him the nod over anybody else because I just know how well these Asian athletes run over 60. So I'll give him the nod over anybody else in this race. Let's jump on over to the next one. Then we have Akeem is here. Who else is here? These names don't really stick out to me. So let's look at their times. Okay, Jean Volko has run a 6.61. I mean, this is a pretty easy race for Akeem. As a matter of fact, does Akeem have the easiest race? Of the big three that we're expecting to be in the medals, right? Akeem probably has the easiest race. Let's go back to Christian Coleman's race. He has at least he has 6'5" athletes running against two of them. You know what I mean? Akeem just has, for one, his heat isn't even complete. Oh no, he has all lanes are filled. It's just that this thing is, throwing me off. But anyway, Akeem definitely navigates this one easy peasy. Personally, when I look at the other athletes, anybody else, as far as I'm concerned, they won't make it past the semifinals anyway. So I'm not losing any sleep over it. I'm not losing over no sleep over trying to figure out who makes it into this finals because they ain't make they may I mean sorry semifinals because they ain't making it any further, right? So let's get back to the timetable. Oh my gosh, was that every event? Yeah, and then the final one for the morning session will be the shot put pentathlon, and then no. After that, we have the 1500, the high jump final. We don't have anybody there. Shot put final for men. Rajendra is there. Rajendra ranks third in the world. So let's open that up and see. This is the afternoon session, might I add. Right? So Rajendra ranks third in the world, even though they say 13th. Wait, who is this? Leonardo, 20. Wait a minute. Wasn't it third? Is this his outdoor mark? I think this is his outdoor mark. I don't believe this is his indoor mark. This Leonardo Fabri mark here is not an indoor mark. It has to be outdoors. Wait, I'm lost. Let's go back to season. Let me open World Athletics because I could have sworn I looked at these top times for the men's shot puts and he was tied third with I believe Tom Walsh from what's that country down under? New Zealand. Where is it? Men's shot puts. Here we go. So why did I have Fabry as third in the world when he's second? What? I'm lost. I don't know what this ranking is, or I don't know what this ranking is. Probably it carries over, but he has the second farthest distance this season. Rajendra has a third farthest distance as well, tied with Tom Walsh, right? Um, who else? And then of course the American is leading with where is he? Oh, here he is, Ryan Krauser with 22.80 meters. So yeah, where am I on this thing? I'm all over the place. I'm trying to find out my stream and I don't know where it is. Okay, right. So based on what you're seeing there, as long as Rajendra can be consistent in his throws and meaning he remains consistent in 22 meters, it's his first time over 22 meters indoors, I believe. So let's see how it goes in the competition with him, but I think he can be on the medal podium. I did count him for a medal for Jamaica. I mean, I'm being very optimistic with our chances, clearly. Well, then again, I wasn't being extremely greedy because I would have called two in the men's long jump, but I wasn't being extremely greedy. So I think he can medal. So let's see what happens there. Um, the winner gets $40,000. Not very impressive. Let me stop this. I saw somebody post it recently, so let me tell you how much the prize money is because I think I got a screenshot of it. Um, money. Screenshots. Where am I? Screenshots. Let me scroll down. I'm looking for the info. The money is okay. So the winner gets 40K. I don't understand this because they only have sixth place. But anyway, the winner gets 40K. The silver medal gets 20. The third gets 10. But here, this interesting tidbit: fourth place gets 8K. Fifth place gets 6K, and sixth place gets 4K. And there's no seventh place and eighth place. So my question is, what to the people that in the 60 meters? The 60-meter flat and the 60-meter hurdles were 8 people in the lane. So wait. I have to share this. No, I have to share this window so y'all can see. You can't make this up. I didn't realize that there weren't 8 slots filled out. Are you telling me that seventh place and eighth place gets less? So they're going down by twos. Let's say seventh place gets 2,000. So what does eighth place get? Mighty God. Let me share it yesterday, please. Hope y'all can see my screen. So as you can see, the winner gets 40K. Second place 20, third place 10. But after that, well, all of these numbers are pathetic, to be fair. 8K, 6K, 4K. I'm assuming seventh place is 2K. So what's eighth place? $1,000. You go and win championships and you make it go finals and a $1,000 you get. Then better go come start up YouTube channel. If a thousand of them I get for so much hard work and make it go finals. Might as well we start up some YouTube channel and make some money. World Athletics needs to do better. I can't with these numbers. No, sir. Them really tell me say a thousand of them I get the people them to make it to a world championship final? No, sir. And then they want to come implement all of these nonsense rules as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Anyway, track is I don't know what to think about that money because that money is not money in, clearly. It's not money in. No one and nobody no want go. Because if me I make it go finals and $1,000 loan me liable to get. Me wouldn't even want go. $1,000 for all of my hard work? $1,000? And I mean, the only other option after that, since they're going down by twos, is zeros. Is zero. So eighth place would very well be getting $0. You know what I mean? I mean they went from 8 to 6 to 4, and I'm assuming two. What's done from two to zero? Anyway, it is what it is. Track is this is it for this video. Remember, I will be 40K in Jamaica is a lot of money. That is why the Jamaican athlete them now make no more money because when you sit down there, I talk about 40K in Jamaica is whole heap of money. You understand what I'm saying? Jamaican, if you get some of them brand deal, they will worth them millions there. You tell me about 40,000. You think Jamaica no want live a lavish lifestyle? I saw Ali Habs post the other day one car there. I mean, me no know Ali Habs have winning nothing yet. Ali Habs a post one car there where she probably own a think. And I'm there sitting down and I'm saying, so I fear I can't track that. You think Jamaican that did them not want to live so with the whole heap of money hard work when they put in? No, 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 no. 40K is not a lot of money. 40K is a lot for me. Okay, it's a lot for me. I'm a regular smuggler. It's not a lot for those athletes. They have a brand to maintain. People that they have to pay to do stuff. 40K is not a lot of money. I don't care what anybody says. That's not a lot of money. Are you crazy? No predictions. Predictions on the men's 60 meters. When we get into the after show, the afternoon show, then I can talk about predictions. It's just heats. Tomorrow morning is just heats, so we just get into the heats. During the show we'll talk. When the show is on and see how that goes. But yeah, that is it. I don't want to spend too long, as I said, because I want to get rest for tomorrow. Um, Noah signed. I heard. The highest contract since Usain Bolt, right? I don't believe it's as much as what Usain Bolt was getting clearly, but it's the highest one since. You know what I mean? I know no Jamaican here sit on a top about 40,000 is a whole heap of money. No, it's not. No, 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 no. We need to get in upon them big money there. And by we, I mean our athletes, clearly. We need to get in on those big monies. I made mention of our athletes potentially having a what would you say, some kind of marketing team, something overseas where they become a face in the United States, visible to the United States audience, because that's a big audience in terms of just buying, full stop, right? Jamaican people not buying nothing. We pirate everything we pirate. If we couldn't pirate the shoes, then we pirate them too. Listen, we pirate everything, right? So with that said, we're not buying nothing. So when Puma has these endorsement deals, they're not going to be giving out no whole millions to nobody that nobody can visibly recognize, outside of Jamaica, right? So I believe that some of our athletes need to have, some kind of thing set up overseas where they become visible in certain markets so that they can make more money, right? I saw Shakira the other day in a ad, and she was on a big old billboard. They had her overseas, big old billboard she up on. And that's from winning one don't get a gold medal. You ever see Shelly Pan one gold medal one billboard overseas yet? Oh no, correct me if I'm wrong, because I never seen it. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Right? But I've never seen Shelley and Fraser Price and no big old billboard nowhere. Much less anybody else. The only one I've ever seen is Usain Bolt on billboards overseas. I can say I think he's been on billboards in America, but clearly in Europe a whole lot and other places, Australia a lot. You know what I mean? But like this can't be the standard for Jamaican athletes. That $40,000 can't be the standard. Like, oh, that's great. You know what I mean? I could get some of them big money there too. $40,000 is okay for me. $40,000, I say that me head and drop out of my head and me say me said for life, maybe. You know what I mean? But for athletes, no, I don't think so. I definitely don't think so. I all right. Latest Sir Mike 400 million for Lyles. No, sir, no 400 million. Which 400 million? 400 million. That how we basketball I get 400, and you have to be the best of the best basketball if you get that. Let's not get them the money there, please, please. Americans continue to be annoying and delusional on Twitter. That will never change. Maybe our athletes need to get better representation to market them. Yeah, but they can't be marketed to Jamaicans that ain't buying nothing. We're not buying nothing. And I have to be real. Jamaicans don't buy nothing. Right? We pirate everything. Down to music. You know the man that sell CD on the side of the road? Yeah, we pirate everything. We don't have a culture of getting subscriptions, buying music, buying anything. You think so we are gonna go buy the clothes them and say for instance Nike has a drop, just like with Shakiri. And I was reading the comment section underneath all of those pictures that Shakiri took, and all I could see was the American people saying, "Oh, I went to buy and it sold out on me," or "I got my piece," and blah blah blah. Hashtag Kofat. Which Jamaica? If Shakiri was a Jamaican, and this was a Nike advertisement, which Jamaican you think would have under there to say them got cup a piece? Not one. The comment section would have probably empty as a matter of a fact. So you know what I mean? They need it I don't know. Not to us overseas. Oh yeah, but that's what I keep saying. They can't just be local. They can't be based locally and expect to be making those crazy monies. They have to. You see, like, let me tell you something. One thing me have to rate boy. You see, Bolt and NJ. Them they in a Europe hard. That is his place. That's where he's markets himself hard, hard, hard. He not market himself to no Jamaica. And every minute him depend playing. And I'm talking about when he was an athlete. Not to mention no, but I'm just talking about an athlete. You know what I mean? They had to, find their target audience and hit there. I don't see any other Jamaican athlete doing that. So they're not gonna make them big monies there. They're not gonna be getting those big monies. Um, Mostly in Asia. Who is that? Who is mostly in Asia? I know Asafa and and Johan tend to do a lot in Asia, like especially when you talk about like the cricket and Indians and so forth. But I want to say it's Europe mainly. You saw him in China and Japan and Malaysia. You see, all right. I saw a story an hour ago where it said Michael Johnson is starting. Yes, he is. More details will be coming soon. Yeah, I did see that. Um, I saw Bolt in a commercial while watching a movie in Malaysia. You need somebody like NJ if you go do what them need to do. You know what I mean? You cannot stay around Jamaica and expect to make the money them. You're not gonna make them the money there. And check is you have to spend money to make money. Some of the Jamaicans may not be willing to spend the money to make the money. Get the best of the best to market them, maybe. I don't know. But you have to spend the money to make the money. You have to spend the money. Um the thing that makes me dislike the hype up girl even more, why hasn't Shelly gotten again, you cannot blame Shakiri. You can't blame Shakiri. Shakiri and her team are doing what they need to do. I've always talked about this. They're doing what they need to do. What are the Jamaicans doing? Nothing. We can't complain and we not do it. We not take the step them. We know we need to spend the big money them to make the big money them. How much money Jackson and Thompson Fraser? I don't know their contracts, but my assumption, based on the fact that Shelly's been in the years, so many years, is that her contract is probably the biggest, right? But I did hear that Elaine Thompson Hera got a really good contract in 2021 as well. But my assumption is Shelly's is really big. Um, Jackson is still new, and if they gave out a bunch of money to Elaine, they didn't do it for Sherika because these brands tend to focus on one athlete per distance, right? So if they're let's look at Noah Lyles. Noah Lyles is the guy right now for Adidas. Even if they have other athletes in Adidas in the men's 100 meters, Noah will be the focus. And always be the focus until Noah is not performing anymore, and then somebody else can step up. You know what I mean? So Ilian don't get that big contract there. I don't think Sherika got it. I think her contract is worth a lot, you know what I mean? But I don't think it's that crazy big contract that some of you are probably thinking that Elaine has or probably Shelly has. Um, yeah, both they're everywhere. Both they're everywhere. Hey Shem, I'm about to run in a Shem. The USA is pushing Richardson as the face of women athletics, as they should. What is Jamaica doing exactly? Absolutely nothing. Just want to say that you cannot blame nobody else for doing what they're supposed to do when we're not doing what we're supposed to do. That's just how I look at life. You can't blame anybody else. You know what I mean? So, and Shakira is smart enough. Shakira know how to use social media. You see, in this day and age, all right, people like me that are old school hate using social media. You know what I mean? And don't really know how to use social media to my advantage, to build my brand. I have to hire somebody to help me with social media because, sometimes you're just not in it like that. Then you have to get somebody to be able to do certain things for you. Shakira is on social media using her audience to push her. Shakira audience push her to the heights where she there right now, That's all her audience. I remember back in 2021 when she caught the 3 month, a 3 month in a gear, whatever in a gear for the, right? You wanted to see her fan base. They went wild. Well, not her fan base because they weren't her fan base prior to the thing. But when, they found out about it, oh no, it was not okay. They fought hard to get Shakiri back into, as a matter of fact, to get that ban wiped out. You know what I mean? And that's what they're supposed to do. That's what fans are supposed to do. Get you in the best position that they can possibly get you in. Jamaica know nothing names, so we know nothing about making bigging up people. No. Um, Yes, I'm doing a watch along. My watch along will start at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. What time is the races start on which channel? I don't even know at this particular point, Novlet. I'm assuming TVJ will have it, right? I'm assuming TVJ, which is my go-to. If they don't have it, then I'm gonna have find some other stream someplace. But my assumption is TVJ. Um, if Shelly wins the 100 meters in Paris, should she retire? Mm, excuse me. Um, this is a good question. The selfish me would say no, because clearly you're still at the heights of your prowess and you have much more to give clearly because you can still win a global competition when you have so many other fast women around. Women that are going to be 10-6 fast and maybe even faster. You never know by the time we get to the Olympic Games. So she can pull off such a win and then she retires, the selfish me wants more. But also on the other hand, you look at it and say that's how you go out on top, right? You go out at the best in your game. So it would probably be the perfect timing as well. And then there's the other side where, what Shelly talked about owing her family the time now. There's things that she missed out on, not because she wanted to miss out on it, but because she's the breadwinner, clearly, right? And you can't fault her. You can't. That's why sometimes when I talk about how bratty, the new generation is, where if they had a mother like Shelly, they wouldn't be grateful that Shelly was out, doing everything that she's doing to make life better. They'll be complaining and saying, "Oh, she's a missing mom." You know what I mean? She's not here for my this and she's not here for my that, right? So, with that said, when I think about the things that she may have missed in her life, because she was, focused on her craft, I feel for her from a female perspective that it's time for her to focus on them, and she can do other things in the sport that, won't take her away from them that much. You know what I mean? So, I can't really fault her in that sense, right? So that's why I'm not against it. The moment she said that, I'm not against it. You know what I mean? The greedy me would have probably said, if she didn't say that, Shelly, you can still go on. You know what I mean? But after she said that, I was like, every fire in my bones that wanted her to continue was out. She put it out. She just out it, and I was like, okay, fine, I get it, I get it. Um, the thing with Shelly is that she need to use Instagram more instead of Facebook because she has 1.3 million on it. Facebook is for the older generation like myself, I guess. Um, and a lot of people gravitate from it. But I want to let you know that Facebook is where the people that the older people, older folks that have made it in life, you know, are that spend money. So I want to say get rid of Facebook. I'd say use them hand in hand. So the Instagram is where the young people are, the Facebook is where the older people are. The older people are the ones that have the money to give the younger people, right? So still focus on your older audience, but also target the younger audience as well. That's on the Instagrams, on the Twitters, on the what's the other thing called that I keep forgetting? On the TikTok, right? So yeah. Um it's on Peacock. Okay. Shelly said this is her last professional race. She's done. Yeah, it's fine. But she said she was retiring this year. Yes, she is. She's retiring, yeah. I can't see Shelly winning. It's not about if you can see her winning. The question was, what if she wins? Do I think she should retire? Right? And I'm just telling you what I think if she wins. It's not about if she's going to win, yes or no. You know what I mean? Um, I really don't know why she decided to be more active on Facebook. Instagram is where she should interact more. I think you have to use all of them, as I said. Shannon is still running well enough to qualify for the 2025 World Championships. I think she should be there. Yeah, and then next year we're going to say, go one more year. And then the other year we're going to say, go one more year. And then that's what we're going to keep saying. And then she keeps missing important things in her life. So, guys, we can't be selfish sometimes. And sometimes you have to also realize when you've done enough and when it's time to say enough is enough and say goodbye. Sometimes you have to know when it's time to say goodbye. And I think she knows it's time for her to say goodbye. So she's saying goodbye. You know what I mean? So yeah. With that said, track is it's been an hour and 21 minutes. I won't be going any longer. Please remember to hit that like. Before you all go, I appreciate you guys being here. Remember, tomorrow morning at 5 a.m., I will be here for a live stream for the World Indoor Championships that begins tomorrow morning. It starts at 5. So, yeah, wake up, wake up, wake up, and get on stream with me at 5 a.m. in the morning. With that said, Trekkies, mwah, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye.